Hello, good evening everyone. Today we are learning about ACPs. So you can see what ACP stands for. It's Aluminium Composite Panel. First of all, let me start out what is composite material. So a material which is made up of two or more constituent of materials. It is called a composite material. They may have different physical and chemical properties. So just make sure when a composite material is formed, the properties or the characteristics which it has is different from that of the individual components. So just as an example, if we have A and B to form C, so the properties or the characteristics of C would be different from individual properties of A and B. That is what is a composite material. So let's talk about what was the use of including or putting on this composite material. First of all, they are stronger, lighter, less expensive, durable, and they require low maintenance. This is quite easy, you can understand it. So what are ACPs? ACP is a sandwich panel. What is a sandwich panel? Like we eat sandwiches, it is a three-layer device. ACP is a three-layer device wherein we have the structure is made in three layers. Low density core which is inserted in between with two thin skin layers at the end. So one is at the top and the other one is at the bottom of it. So now let's talk about, as I already told you about ACP, the full form of ACP, it's Aluminium Composite Panel, and ACM is Aluminium Composite Material, right? So ACP and ACM both are one and the same thing. And as I told you, sandwich panels. So these are all sandwich panels consisting of two thin aluminum sheets bonded with a non-aluminium core. So the core that is in the between both the two aluminum sheets would differ. Sometimes it would be an elastic or polythene core, or sometimes it would be a non-metal core depending upon the usage. So let's first talk about the Nano Coated Acb. What is a Nano Coated ATP? Sorry, ACP. ACP stands for Aluminium Coated Panel. The front, if I talk about aluminium alloy sheet, it's coated with a fluorocarbon resin with a nano lacquer. So first of all, let's learn about what is a fluorocarbon. Fluorocarbon is an organic compound containing fluorine and carbon. So you see fluorocarbon, organic compound containing fluorine and carbon. And what is a lacquer? We normally use it in woods to paint so that it gives a shine, you can see shiny stuff, or maybe for increasing its life or protective coating in woods or metals. That is lacquer. Now the core, if I was talking about nano coated ACPs, what exactly is the core used? It's a non-toxic low density polythene. So as I said, the core may differ depending upon the usage. Here it is a low density polythene, and the back means you can take it as the front panel as well, but depending upon the usage you're putting it as a back. Aluminum sheet coated, so the front and the back are just the same, but depending upon the usage, that is it an ACP. If it is used for designing purpose, the front would automatically be coated with lacquer so that it becomes more lucrative and design purpose. And this thickness of the complete this sandwich sheet is not more than 0.3 mm, 4 mm, or maybe 0.5 mm. So let's talk about the applications of nano coated ACP. It is very much like it has more strength, good temperature adaptability, fireproof, weatherproof, quickly install, and excellent self-cleaning characteristics. So what is fireproof? It is resistant to fire. Weatherproof, and no matter what the situation is, like if it is windy, rainy, sunny, or dry, it could resist all these kind of situations. It could be very quickly installed. That is the best thing which we have these days on ACPs. You can easily install it wherever you want to, and excellent for self-cleaning characters. Self-cleaning characters, what does that mean is, like if you have a building facade of, so what is a facade? First of all, let me tell you, facade is any exterior view of a building. Maybe mostly we call the facade as the front view of the building from the exterior. So if you are using aluminium sheets, ACP sheets over there, so if there is any dirt, it would automatically get wiped off without any human affair. That's the best thing because of its polish and all. Secondly, we talk about brushed ACPs. Same, it is a sandwich material, two sheets, corrosion resistant aluminium. So when I talk about brushed ACPs, it's for corrosion resistant aluminium permanently bounded by a polythene core in between. This again has a polythene core in between, and it is further divided into two silver brushed and gold brushed. So when I say gold brushed, the external coating is of gold. When I say silver brushed, the external coating is of silver. So I cannot really paint, that's the reason I was not able to show you the color, but then both will be of same density, same thickness. As I said, ACP's thickness would range from 0.3 mm, 0.4 mm, 0.5 mm, could go up to 1 centimeter or so, depending upon the usage and all. And what exactly is the usage of brushed ACP is, first of all, it is used in exterior wall building. So when I was talking about the facade, so that's what is the facade we are talking about here, and it is used for refitting and renovating. So when you must have seen old buildings, they need renovations, so they put on aluminium sheets, ACPs, so that it looks more good in design, lucrative, and obviously it reinforces its interior compartment. So in offices or corporates, when you see there are different departments, when like for a small area you have to divide it into many employees, independence of the area, so then you put on these ACBs as panels. Interior wall decorations is obviously used. Interior wall decoration, it could also be used as false ceilings, so you see a ceiling decoration, and advertising boards, industrial usage, and car body, you know, all today we are using aluminum as car bodies. So now if we talk about mirror finished aluminum composite panel, this is the third type of ACP which is in our syllabus. So as the name suggests, mirror finish, so it would be polished in such a way that it is very smooth, just as that of a mirror, and it is same anti-toxic polythene. So the reason when I'm talking every time about anti-toxic in most of the code on ACBs is because all the things are human friendly. So in case if there's an issue, so the toxic content will not really harm in human affair or human health. That's why it is an anti-toxic polythene material in between. That is the core. And now we're talking about the applications of mirror finished aluminum composite panels. First of all, it is used for building facade, as I already told you. So you must have seen many buildings where you feel as if it is the mirror at the end in the exterior, but actually it's not the mirror, it's just an aluminum sheet which is polished in such a way that you feel as if it's a mirror. So it is also used in advertising boards these days, in highways, expressways. You see companies provoking their stuff, or like putting on ads. This is all based on this aluminum board. Indoor decorative material is obviously used. Protective board for boat, tanks, and other materials. Sandwich panel, as I already told you, why exactly it is used, because of it is used in high structural rigidity and low weight is required. It is used in places where we require high structural rigidity. It's a rigid stuff and it is low weight and light in weight. Now let's talk about what is a sandwich panel. It is a technology of strength, lightness, which makes it popular. Why? Like we were working with metals, we were using iron gates, but now we are not using iron, we are not using concrete stuff, we are replacing them with sandwich stuff, because it is highly rigid, it has strength, and they are light. And the first and the biggest issue, the advantage is we can easily make them, they are easy to assemble. Facade, as I already told you, the exterior side of the building, usually in front, and the French meaning of facade is frontage or face. So it's ACP, as I would like, we use it in fiber optics, not ACPs, but then I'm talking about cladding. What exactly is cladding? The meaning of cladding is, when I talk about fiber optics, it has 3 different layers divided into, the innermost is a core, clad, and jacket. So clad is just like an outer covering. So ACPs is also used as a cladding in many stuff, building facade, insulation, interior and architectural cladding, and it is also used in false ceilings. So the best advantages of ACP which I found is it is very flexible, it's low weight, it is very light in weight, and easy forming and processing allow for innovation design and increased rigidity and durability. It has more rigidity, it is more rigid, it is durable, and it is very easy to process and forming. Generally the core metal of ACP is polythene, that's the reason it is not used in building materials. But then if you change that core to a non-aluminium core or a non-metal core, it could be used in building material. That's the reason it is used in building facades. So here I have shown you, the low density core is inserted in between. So here it is like non-aluminum core, so that's why it's can use in buildings. Next is nano coated ACP. What exactly it is? A nano coating on a surface of ACP, that is aluminum composite panel is a nano coated ACB, improves the paint coating by giving longer color and gloss retention. So what's the benefit of nano coating and ACB? It's the color would remain longer and the gloss would be retained for a longer period of time. So you must have seen aluminium with gloss, and for years and years the gloss is there. So that's because of nano coated ACBs. Coating prevents dust particles penetration from paint surfaces. So the coating, if you put on an ACB, when you put on a paint, the dust would not really penetrate inside, and coating makes the surface more water replicant. So water will easily replicate on. Last, as per our syllabus, this is the last topic. That is the properties of ACB, which we have already discussed. First is the aesthetic pleasing. What exactly is aesthetic pleasing? Aesthetic pleasing is stuff which we really like to see. A good design, good color, maybe finish, maybe something which is pleasing to see, and very low dead weight. So what exactly is dead weight? Dead weight is the actual weight of that substance or maybe that particle. So when we talk about a building, we have constructed a complete structure, let's say 3-floor building. So the weight of the complete 3-floor building, which includes everything except, it is like, you take into consideration nobody's there inside, no furniture, nothing, just the construction, the outer skeleton. So that weight is called the dead load. So very low in weight, that's the reason it is used. Resistant to heat, as I already said, and it is good thermal and acoustic insulation. So when I say thermal, so it means resistant to heat. That is the same one and the same thing. Acoustical insulation means soundproofing. So you must have seen in private firms or maybe in government offices, wherein their conference hall, maybe a person is shouting inside, but then you didn't get a sound outside. That's because of sound insulation or soundproofing. Could be produced in different colors and pattern. It is easy, and creating partitions, as I have already told you, for